All right, guys, we're back at it again with the Project Flip car. This thing has been having issues after issues. So now, after replacing the thermostat, everything was working fine. Then I found a misfire, which was on cylinder 1. I was actually back here, and upon removing the coil, I noticed that the little insulation was torn. So you can see where it was bypassing the spark. The spark was actually grounding off and causing a misfire. So I had a fun time removing that little torn piece of insulation that was stuck in there. Then after that, I replaced the coil, and everything was working fine, and I wasn't having any overheating issues. I guess now that all 6 cylinders were working the way they should have been working, car was running nice and smooth. I was on my way to get a wheel alignment, and it started overheating on me. So and my heater's not working, so that only tells me that water pump is not pushing the coolant like it should. So, and I think it finally gave out. So now I'm about to go pick one up and start replacing the water pump, which is inside here, attached to the timing belt. So let me go pick that up and start swapping it out. So we're gonna have to remove this motor mount, which I already did. This right here attaches to this ground, and all these come off, and then this comes off as well, which I already removed. All right, taking all this out. There it is. Actually, this was just in there, so it just pops out as a little lining pin right there. Okay, remove this cover. Got 2 10 mils. I already took it off, so it comes right off. Let's see. Then you have access to everything else down here. All right, next we're gonna relieve the tension, and here's one of them to the power steering. So we're gonna loosen this up, and here's the other screw right here to relieve tension on this belt. This right here is on the alternator itself. All right, also we're gonna remove this pulley, the main pulley, and we're gonna go ahead and remove it, because I believe we need to remove one of the covers and to have some access. So that's gonna be a 22 mil. All right, then you remove this cover here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mil bolts, and this one down here, but I think somebody had already messed with it, so it's broken. All right, let's set that off to the side, and now we're gonna remove this bracket here and this bracket. This a 14 mil, and I believe there's a 14 mil as well, and this one as well, and this one down here as well. Let's see. Actually, this is a 14 mil, and all the rest of them are 12 mils. So let me go ahead and remove all that. All right, guys. Now, in order you're gonna have to put it at top dead center. So here are the marks. Here's that mark right there, which will line up. That mark will line up with this one up here. See? There it is. So they're right there, they're lined up. Let's see if I can, there they go. So that one's lined up. This one up here is lined up as well. It's just I don't have space to get in here. But see, right there, that mark, you'll see it. It doesn't want to focus too close to it. See, it's lined up there with that top one. You'll see this mark right here, and then it's lined up with this top one up here. All right, there it is. And then down here at the bottom, See, you're lined up right there. 0 with that little notch. All right. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and relieve the tension on it and take it apart. Now to relieve tension on the timing belt, you're gonna have to back out these bolts, 12 mils on this piece right here. This is the tensioner itself. So back them out little by little, simultaneously, and it'll start loosening up, and up until it loosens up all the way to be able to remove the timing belt, which I already removed. All right. Right before you remove the water pump, make sure to put a catch pan down at the bottom, or a bucket or something, because everything's just gonna come out of the coolant. So make sure you put something down there to catch everything that's coming out. Right before removing the pump, I noticed that it won't come off. So you're gonna have to remove this, and you're gonna have to remove this right here, and this right here. It's gonna have to come off. This is a 17 mil, and that one's a 14 mil. So we go ahead and take that off, and then remove that bolt with that panel in place, so it can be able to fully come off. That's a 10 mil. Just here. Right here is held on by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mils. So let me start doing. All right, pulleys are off. Cam pulleys off. The other little, what is it? The other pulleys off as well. Bearing. I don't know what that's called. Idler pulley. So that's off as well. And then I noticed there's 1, 2, 3, 4 10 mil bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and remove them. All right, so the fuel pump's off. I actually just cleaned it off with this little wire wheel, and just cleaned off everything where the gasket sits. And now I'm about to start cleaning it up and putting it back on. Okay, water pump is in, and I'm gonna start putting all the bolts and nuts on it. I go to it, but first I secured this back guard little panel. So I secured it back in place with all the 10 mil bolts that I took off, and I'm gonna start securing the water pump, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the idler pulley and the camshaft pulley. Make sure everything is good. All right, so I finally put the pulleys back on. I slipped in the timing belt. You're gonna have to fully remove that tensioner for the timing belt, which is down here at the bottom. I fully removed it just so that pulley down at the bottom the tensioner itself can just drop all the way down, and I'm able to put this in. So I started off by installing this bottom one that goes on the main crankshaft pulley, and then working my way over to the back one, the hardest ones, that camshaft there. And then I left this one till the end, this one in the center. So I took this off. I put these on first, you know, had them nice and snug, went through the water pump itself, and then left this one at the end, which is a lot easier just to slide in. And that worked out very good for me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start installing the tensioner itself and just tighten it up. So what I did here, in order to put the tensioner back on, see, there's a tensioner right there. This one right there. So with the two 12 mil bolts, I pried, you see guys right there, where I actually pried up the pulley itself, tensioner pulley right there, a little bit, just to give me enough to be able to put this in and start tightening it up. So let me go ahead and tighten it up simultaneously, back and forth, just moving back and forth on each bolt, and just keep it nice and even up until it's nice and flush, tight. All right, it's got tension. Timing belt is good. You see guys right there, how it's nice and tight. All right, snug it all up. Everything looks good. Let me start putting the panels back on, and then the pulleys, the main crankshaft pulley. First, install this bracket. this is the motor mount bracket. So make sure you install this first before you go crazy in installing panels, because that's what I did and I forgot about it. So now I'm having to remove the panels just to put this in. So make sure you guys install this first and then the panels. All right, so I put the panels back on. First panel that goes on, top one first, this top piece first, and then your lower panel goes on, and then you start putting all your 10 mil bolts in there, which are gonna look like this in case you forgot. See, it's got the little shoulder. So everything's gonna start going back on, and let me go ahead and tighten them up, and then I'll go ahead and install that crankshaft pulley as well. I'm installing this pulley. The way I did it, I just put the pulley on and then put the bolt on, which is the 22 mil, and then just go ahead and tighten it up with the impact. There it is. Nice and tight. Let me go ahead and start routing all the belts and tighten up all the, putting tension on them. Make sure everything's good. Make sure you put the small belt on first, the one that goes to the power steering. See, there's a small one right there, goes towards the back, and then you put the big one on, the main one. And there it is. Okay, it's on. Now let me put tension on them. And in order to put tension on this one, you see there's a bolt down at the bottom. All right, so it's this bolt here. Yeah, this bolt here. We're gonna bring this back, the power steering back, put tension on it, and then secure it, tighten it up. So you see where it used to be, that's where we want it at. And then on the top one, this one, you just tighten it up, so you guys can see. Just start tightening up the bolt, and we'll start bringing it back, bring the alternator back, and start applying tension to it. All right, make sure this one on the side is loose, so it can be able to move, and this bolt is loose as well, so it can be able to move. All right, let me go ahead and also make sure you guys don't forget to put this bracket on. It goes here to the alternator bolt this way, and attaches to the motor mount piece bracket. So tighten them up, 12 mil and 14 mil. Okay, so the way I tightened up this power steering belt, I actually I pried down on it, on the actual pump itself, to tighten it up. Once I pried down on it, it tightened up, and I tightened up the bolt, which is a 12 mil. See, that's nice and tight. Everything's good. Tighten up that belt as well, and let me go ahead and install the motor mount. All right, I got the bracket in. This piece goes in first, locks in place, has a little guiding pin. Then you got these are 14 mils, 14 mil, and then you got this 13 mil, I believe it is, or 12 mil. Let me check. That's a 12 mil, yeah. So that's the 12 mil with the grounds. Go ahead and tighten up the motor mount so I can take off the jack. Okay, install this 12 mil bolt along with this bracket and your grounds back in. Everything's here, and go ahead and start connecting all these grounds. You can't mix them up because they have the male, female end on each side. Towards which one goes to which. And it goes there. And this one goes here. Okay, grounds are connected. Go ahead and bring in the reservoir, set it in place, and start filling it up. I'm actually going to use water just in case it leaks or anything. Start doing it with water first, and make sure everything's working the way it should. All right, guys. So finally, I'm filling it up with water just to make sure nothing's leaking, and then I'll drain it out and put the coolant, actual coolant in there. Make sure it's not heating up anymore. So I'm gonna keep on troubleshooting it, but that was how to install a water pump on a 2001 Avalon, and there's many more with this engine. It's the same way. So appreciate you guys. Hope this helped. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. Appreciate you guys.